So step number 2 is called give them a breather, stay away. Now this is going to be extremely hard to do, but you have to give them some space. This is as important for you as it is for them. And I usually recommend no contact for 30 days, period. This means no calling them to argue about the breakup, no sending crazy text messages, no drunk dialing, no contacting their friends and family to see what they're up to, no running into them coincidentally when they're out and about. These are all actions that will be interpreted as needy and desperate and will in fact drive your ex further away from you. It's okay to feel the pain on the inside, to feel this sea of anguish that you're going through, this tumultuous time. That's normal. But it's critical that you never let that become obvious to your ex. You always want to present an image of strength and confidence. Again, I know these approaches and techniques sound counterintuitive, but by remaining calm and cool during the no contact period, you will in reality begin setting the stage for them to want and to start desiring you back in their lives. The ultimate goal is this. You want to prove to them that you don't need them, but rather that you want them. You see, in general, people want what they can't have. And that's how you want them to feel about you. Now, I'm going to get into this concept much more extensively at my website, iwantyoubacknow.com. Because it's actually a very powerful psychological principle, and it's an important key in this counterintuitive approach that I'm teaching you. It's known as the scarcity principle, and essentially what you're doing is you're trying to set the stage for your ex to basically want what is scarce, which is you, and the new attitude and the new framework that you're going to develop for getting your ex back. Okay, so just stay with me. I know that's a little wordy, and I'm trying to get through this video kind of a quick pace. But again, I encourage you to go to iwantyoubacknow.com, and I handle a lot of these things in more depth. Okay, but that is step 2. Give them a breather and stay away. Okay, and now we'll go to step 3. So step 3 is called reflect carefully and make a plan. Now, while you're in your no contact period, that 30-day period that I told you you need to give them a breather, while you're in that period, you're going to need to, as best you can, and as honestly as you can, take that time to reflect and carefully consider what caused your ex to break up with you. In my experience, most people aren't aware on a deeper level what caused the relationship to go south. And you're going to need to the best of your ability, answer those deeper questions. And I always tell people to try to put themselves in their ex's shoes, to try to see it from their perspective. Sometimes the problems are going to be very obvious, such as you cheated on them or you lied about something very important. And let me just say real quick that I'm not here to make moral judgments on you. I'm not here to wag my finger and preach to you. Those issues are between you and your ex, and I can tell you that I've seen horrendous situations that people have gone through, big breaks in trust and feelings of betrayal, much worse than infidelity. Well, not much worse. I mean, that's a pretty bad one. But I've seen worse. I've seen people go to prison and reconcile their marriages. It is possible, but I just want to say I'm not making moral judgments here. What I am trying to do is show you the full spectrum of whatever those issues, those underlying questions may be. The thing that caused your ex to essentially get fed up with you, which is what you're trying to correct. You're trying to pinpoint that. And that's what you're going to need to do. You're going to want to try to pinpoint whatever those issues are, so that you can begin to change the perceptions that your ex has about you and change the perceptions that caused them to leave you in the first place. So I digress. What I was talking about earlier, whether the problems are very obvious, sometimes they will be, and you'll know what they are, and you can begin to work on that. But sometimes the problems are much more subtle and more complicated than that, and they require you to think about things a little more, and whatever that may be. For example, say your ex-girlfriend maybe is fed up with your lack of communication and the fact that you're not emotionally available enough. That's a big one for women. And ladies, for men, maybe they feel that you've become a big nag, that you're in their face about everything, that you're in their business all the time, and that you're just not giving them enough space. That's another classic problem or frustration point for men. Maybe the problem, and this is a big one, maybe the problem may be that they've gotten fed up with the fact that you've started to let yourself go physically, or that you're starting to become more and more out of shape and live an unhealthy lifestyle. That's another one. But whatever it may be, you're just going to want to try to pinpoint those issues so that you can start to change and genuinely change those perceptions when you do get back into the reinitiation phase and start to make contact with your ex again, which we'll get into in a few minutes here. Okay, so you're going to want to try to pinpoint those things, and you're going to want to try to answer those questions to the best of your ability. So that is step 3. Reflect carefully and make a plan. Make a plan so that you can start changing those things that drove your ex away. Okay.